Okay, welcome. Hi guys, how's everybody? It's cloudy. Sun was just out and it just went in. We're gonna get some rain. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'll have to close the windows down tonight, but that's okay. I don't mind. Welcome to the Wayward Widow. That's me. I'm Poet. I'm in the state of Pennsylvania. My partner died in February. I'm living in a 2-bedroom apartment. This is my 5th year here, and I'm just trying to survive. I want to show you guys, I got all the pieces of the puzzle turned over, and there's my picture of the turtle. And I started a little bit yesterday, just to give me something to do. And I'm wearing my butterfly pants, my Temu butterfly pants. I've had these in the closet since last August, since my birthday. And you know how I'm always saying to you guys, don't save stuff for special days, because every day is special that you're alive, right? So wear your things, you know. So I pulled these out of the closet today. Let me hook you in my holder. So this is going to be a mess for half a minute. Excuse my hand. Hang on. A professional I am not, but you know that. There we go. Excuse my hand. There. That's better. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Let's just jump right in and talk about things. Let's do the card first. Abraham Lincoln says most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. And the action is find happiness within all the little things in your life. If there is a person involved, acknowledge them now. And I've done that today. I had an opportunity today to acknowledge a few people. I turned off my phone last night. I put my phone on silent, which I never do, because of my son and his heart situation. But I was so tired, and I laid, you know how once in a while you'll lay weird, and so the muscle right here is all knotted up. And yesterday I was in so much pain from it that I took ibuprofen last night, and you know, my doctor said don't go too heavy with the ibuprofen, so I haven't been taking it, but I took 600 milligrams last night because I was in that much pain. And I turned my phone on silent and I went out. So I did have some messages through the night that I was able to catch up with this morning. So if you were one of the people that messaged me and I didn't get it when you messaged it, I'm sorry. I was just exhausted. So I did the card. I'm going to try to just speed this along. So I got my coffee. I had a little bit of coffee earlier. I pulled out my dragon mug. I've been kind of ignoring my dragon mug. If you're new, I have an iced coffee every day. I make it here at home, and saves me every penny that I need to save. Is my microphone okay? Okay. Right off the bat, I'm going to say thank you for choosing me. Really, thank you for choosing me. There wouldn't be, I don't know, who would I talk to if there wasn't for you guys? I want to show a couple things. And you guys are so like beautiful, like your souls are beautiful, your spirits are beautiful, you're just amazing people. I've said this before, this channel will never be monetized. I have no Patreon, I have no P.O. box, I have no GoFundMe. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about me giving you my experiences, honest experiences as a widow, as to how, and being 65 in less than 2 months, and what's happened to me, and how I was not prepared, and I'm giving you advice so that you can be prepared in case of, 5 people die every second. Like, they're the grim statistics, but worldwide, 5 people die every second. But my new friend Mary who just appeared out of the blue, sent me an early birthday gift the other day. And I said, I said on here, I'm going to put Mary's card in my bag. I said, I have a bag that my friend Karen, that gave me my Karen cup that I talk about, my purple cup, she sent a gift in a bag, and I saved the bag, and I pulled the bag out. Here's the bag that I've had for the last year or more, and here's the birthday card that was attached that I saved. This is from Karen, and it says inside, Happy Birthday, Poet. It's from your friend, YouTube friend Karen. And here's the bag, and I put the cards, letters, little things that come in this bag. And an old friend who made me cards, handmade cards, are also in there, and that's what got it started. But anyway, so I have the bag. Mary, your card and little box with the balloons is in there. You saw it. But I wanted to show this because my friend Stacy with a Y had sent me this card a few weeks back, probably more than a few weeks, and I didn't make a video that day, and I never got to show the card because I put it in the bag. But I want to show the card because I think it's important. She took the time, the energy, she got the card, she mailed it, and it's just, she's just letting me know that she was thinking of me. So I want to get to show Stacy's card, Stacy with a Y. This is what she sent me. So thank you, Stacy. I have it. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. Also, you know, I get my little Dollar Tree signs for my front door. This is what I've had hanging up for the summer. This one I got a few weeks back. It says Happy Summer. I'm trying to be realistic in my thinking, but you know, it's been rough. But I just took that one down, and I'm going to hang this one. This one I got last year. Yeah. I love the USA. So I'll leave this one up from now till July 5th. And then I'll take that one down and I'll put another summer one up. I think I have 3 summer ones. Things used to be $1. Now they're $1.25, you know. Even the Dollar Tree has needed to raise their prices. I went a little heavy on the French vanilla coffee mate. I can taste it more. There was a lot of comments on yesterday's video when I took the car back, and I want to thank everybody for their comments. But I want to talk about 2 of them just real quickly. My gentleman friend, and I've got to remember what your name is because you comment all the time and you're always sending me love and you're always so caring, and you lost your lady back in October, right? And you're always giving me good advice. And you commented yesterday and you said, you know, Poet, you gave your car up because of your son. And, you know, you hope that he's appreciative. That's the gist of it. But I just want to correct you in saying that I did not give my car up because of my son. I didn't. He had nothing to do with me turning my car in early and having my lease paid off and me not having a car. He had nothing to do with that. And so for anybody who hearted that comment, please unheart that, because that's not the reason. He's not the reason. No, I turned my car in because of my rent, because of paying my rent, trying to pay my rent, trying to keep a roof over my head. My rent is $1,109 a month. When my lease was about to be up in, like every April they send me a letter because my lease is up May 31st of each year. So every April I get a letter in my mailbox saying, you know, hi, your lease is about to expire. If you choose to stay, here's the rent increase. So we were paying $10.74. They raised it to $11.09. So what is that, 26 plus 9, $36. They raised it $36. And I had no place to go to. I had to stay and re-up another year. So I'm 1 month into my 5th year here. 2-bedroom, 2nd floor. I have a reserved parking spot that I don't need now because I don't have a car. But so the rent is $1,109, and my disability check is $1,130, $1,130. So do the math. That leaves $21 left after the rent's paid for the month. So that's why, one of the reasons why I gave up my car. Had nothing to do with my son. My son is in very poor health. My son has Sjogren's disease, and my son, and like I said in another video, I've had some naysayers about my son's medical condition. And I said it in the other video, you're wrong, but I wish you were right, but you're wrong, but I wish you were right, but you're wrong. My son's 35, and he is back on IV antibiotics again because they're doing a procedure on Tuesday. And someone commented and said the name of the implement, because I kept saying, I keep forgetting to look up the name of this little thing they're putting in his chest. And someone commented and said, it's the VAD, but that's not it. That's not what they're putting in his chest. They're not putting a defibrillator or a pacemaker. They're not doing that. That's not it. They're putting a new FDA-approved device in his chest called Barotism, Barotism, and it goes in and it goes up the neck, on this side, on the right side, and it goes up into his neck, and it hooks into the receptors that pull oxygen. We have these receptors that pull oxygen, and then the oxygen is needed for his heart to hopefully give him a better quality of life. He'll still need to be on heart medicine, but the doctor is hoping that this device that's new will help him. So his stress test was, they've used the Bruce protocol, and his ejection fraction on the left side of his heart is 37. To give you a comparison, my ejection fraction is 66. So the higher the better with ejection fractions. Actually, my doctor said he couldn't believe my ejection fraction was that high for a woman my age, and that was when I was 63. So I'm not sure what it would be now at almost 65, but anyway. So he's getting this coil put in his chest, and it's a 2.5 to 3.5 hour procedure if everything goes well. And they already told him they may have to push it back a little bit if they find that his heart is not strong enough for him to be put under that long. So they have him back on IV antibiotics. They can't send him home until the surgery because he has to be on IV antibiotics. He also is in cardiac rehab in this facility. So it's been a lot. So that's what he's having done. It's not the VAD. I mean, I just want to clarify that I didn't give the car up because of my son. So that's a very delicate thing. You know, when you have a situation like I've had with my son, doing county time and doing state time and having a heroin dependency for a couple of years, and just all the stuff that we went through. He maxed out his sentence at 5 years and 7 months. And he did not take parole, he did not take probation, he maxed out. He stayed every single day. He gave every single day he needed to give. And he keeps to himself a lot. He spent half that time in state prison in solitary confinement for safety, because prison is no joke, you know? He had a heart attack while he was in prison a couple of years ago, and he's been out for over a year, and he's clean and sober, and the doctors are just trying to keep him alive. They diagnosed him with Sjogren's disease, and it's been rough. So communication with him has been hard because he keeps so much to himself because of his experiences in prison. And I'm the only family that has stuck around, and I'll continue to stick around because just because I'm who I am, right? I'm an empath, and I'm doing the best I can do all the way around. I took care of Sky, and that was an honor. I just, he wanted to be at home. He wanted me to take care of him. I was a certified nurse aide for a lot of years, and I worked the trauma unit and intensive care unit, and I was just grateful that I could take care of him to the degree that I did. Watching him suffer like he did, watching the amount of pain, watching his systems all shut down. He had MSA, multiple system atrophy, and then watching him die here in the living room in a hospital bed was difficult. So I'm more than 4 months into this journey, and it's new and it's different. And so, so I lost my man. I gave up my car. It was a lease. It would have needed to go back anyway by probably December. They would call me and say, hey, bring the car in. It just so happened that we're hitting July, so there's a lot of shifts in the car industry in July. And I had less than 5,000 miles on my leased Camry. So they'll be able to sell that car for a pretty penny. So the car would have needed to go back anyway, and I would have needed to make a decision what I was going to do. I can't afford a car payment, and I can't afford car insurance. Last year my car insurance was $1,350 for the year. There's no way I could pay that this year. So I'm just trying to survive here. I've been borrowing. Got a text. For anybody new here and you see me do this, I get a text, a banner across the top of my iPhone. And I always check it to make sure it's not my son. And so trying to survive, I am borrowing on credit cards, and I'm doing the best I can do. So I will be able to pay my rent 2 months in advance from money from the car that I got back from the equity in the car, because I had less than 5,000 miles on it, and I had the car for a number of years with the lease. And it was immaculate, and it was serviced every 6 months at the dealership. So I'm okay for, June's over now. I'm good for July. I'll be good for August and September. I'm trying to give myself a little breathing room. I'm trying to figure out my life. I'm trying to mourn and grieve my partner of almost 14 years. I'm trying to figure out how to be alone for the first time since I was in my 20s, and I'm now almost 65. I'm trying to make all the big decisions by myself. And I have panic attacks and anxiety, severe. So there are certain times of the day and night where I just lose it. It's the best way to put it. And I just hibernate in my room because I can't be anywhere else. Yeah. And it's hard and it's scary, and that's why I encourage everybody to be prepared. Be as prepared as you can be. I talk about this in almost every video. Do whatever you can do to be as prepared as you can be, because there are some programs out there, but there's not as many as you would think. And for me, being a senior citizen, widowed woman on disability, you would think there would be a whole plethora of programs. And there's a few, and I've managed to get into a few of them. The big one is housing. Housing is awful across the board. Whether you've lost your partner or not, you're on disability, housing is rough. And because I'm in an apartment and my rent is up to date, I fall to the bottom of the list of importance with Section 8 housing. I'm on the list. I'm number 170. You guys know my number. I'm 170. Because of the fact that I don't have an eviction notice, I'm not behind in my rent. They ask, do you have kids that are under 18? No. Did you recently get out of jail? No. Are you being released from a drug program? No. Are you homeless? No. Are you living in a shelter? No. Okay, well, you're at the bottom of the list. You're at the box marked other. So give us your story and know that you're going to have a 1 to 2 minimum year wait to get into Section 8 housing. That's what I'm told. The woman from HUD told me the best advice she could give me, because she said you're not going to like my answer, is to get prepared to live in your car. That's what I was told. And so as I was taking my car back to the dealership yesterday, I'm thinking, am I taking my home back to the dealership? Because if I would need to live in my car, I don't have a car to live in. This is what's happened to me. We thought we were okay, and we were okay financially. Sky was 71 years and 5 months old when he died. We are not young people, and he was on Social Security. He had worked a few years, and he had to quit his job in 2021 because of his illness. And so quitting his job, and he could not get unemployment. They denied him. It took us from 3 incomes to 2, and then he died much quicker than either of us thought he would. The lifespan for MSA is 6 to 10 years, and he made it about 5 years. And his death came quickly compared to the weeks and months and years that he suffered. His death was like a switch flipped, and he was, for 5 days he wasn't there anymore, and then he stopped breathing. So I come on here and I say, be prepared. And that's what Lori Conway was talking about in her recent video, where one of her recent videos, her husband Quentin died a few months ago, and they ran businesses together, and they have 4 kids to raise. And she's saying, now it's just me, and I've got to run these businesses, I've got to raise these kids on my own, and I have to find time to grieve and mourn. And that's the thing, is you have to do it all, try to fit it all in. For me, I've got to have a space to grieve and mourn. I have to have a space to help my son emotionally go through what he's going through. The doctors have told him he doesn't have a long time to live. And when you're 35 and you hear that, that's a little jarring, And then along with that, it's all of the financial stuff. How long can I keep a roof over my head? Blah, 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 right? A lot of the stuff that most people in America and around the world are facing. So as much as you can prepare. It hits you hard. And when you're totally alone, I don't have family, and there's a fracture with my kids, and that's just how it is. And I'm not going to go into a bunch of explanations again. But a lot of families are fractured. I'm seeing more and more videos with more and more people talking about their very fractured families. So I'm on my own. I have 2 very old friends, old in that I knew them a while, and old in their age. And they help me when they can, as far as they've offered to give me a ride if I need to, when they can. One is in his 83rd year, and he has health issues, and the other one has a wife who has health issues, and he's 77 and he's got stuff going on. So it's a lot to digest, but I'm digesting it. I'm going a day at a time. And when you throw out advice, or you suggest something, I'm going to listen, because there might be one time one person says, hey, have you tried this route? I'm going to listen. I'm caught up in this lease until April. I'll give my notice. And April's going to come around really fast. It might seem like, oh, you've got almost a year. April's going to come around really fast. And so I have to, even now, start thinking about where am I going to go when April comes around. Where am I going to go? What's going to happen to me? And so I have to prepare now for what's ahead, like I'm telling you guys to do. So that's it for today. 25 minutes, not too bad. Thank you for choosing me. I choose you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the love. And I'm going to close down the house and get my lavender shower or bath. And I'm going to kind of call it a night. So everybody, please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. If you have your loved one with you, love on them like crazy. Like, love on them like crazy. Take a lot of video, a lot of pictures, do a lot of talking, a lot of hugging, a lot of kissing, all that stuff. And never give up hope. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Don't give up prayer. Don't give up hope. Yeah.